John Ian St. John was a Scottish professional football player, coach and broadcaster. St. John played as a forward for Liverpool throughout most of the 1960s. Signed by Bill Shankly in 1961, St. John was a key member of the Liverpool team that emerged from the second tier of English football to win 2 league titles and 1 FA Cup, in which he scored the winner in the 1965 final, to cement a position as one of the country's top sides. He played for Scotland 21 times, scoring 9 goals. He later became a manager, including at his hometown team Motherwell, where he had begun his playing career, and a media pundit. In 2008, he was inducted into the Scottish Football Hall of Fame. St. John was one of 6 children. Their father, Alex, a steel worker, died when Ian was 6 years old. Ian also showed talent for boxing as a boy, but his mother discouraged it. Having played football for youth sides and works teams as a teenager while working in local industry, including at the Colville Steelworks, St. John began his career at boyhood favourites Motherwell, signing as a professional in 1957 after a spell with affiliated junior team Douglas Water Thistle. As a provisional signing, he continued a part-time engineering apprenticeship for a further 2 years. He was managed by Bobby Ansell, and was part of a group of talented young players that were nicknamed the Ansell Babes. His debut was against Dumfries side Queen of the South in an away fixture at Palmerston Park. St. John scored a hat-trick for Motherwell in 2 minutes and 30 seconds against Hibernian in 1959. One of the fastest recorded in Scottish football history. He left Motherwell in 1961, having scored 105 goals in 144 appearances for the club in the 3 major Scottish domestic competitions. On the 2nd of May 1961 he was transferred to Liverpool for a transfer fee of £37,500, setting a new club record. He was brought to the club by manager Bill Shankly, who was preparing for the 1961-62 season with the club still in the second division. Many years later, after Shankly's retirement as manager, he described St. John's arrival at the club, along with that of Ron Yeats during the same summer, as the turning point for the club as they began their transformation into one of Europe's top footballing sides. St. John made his debut for Liverpool in the Merseyside derby against Everton in the Liverpool Senior Cup. Although Liverpool lost 4-3, he announced his arrival in spectacular style by scoring all 3 of his side's goals. He scored a total of 18 goals in his first season for Liverpool, and played in all but 2 matches. His official debut came in a 2-0 league victory against Bristol Rovers at the Eastville Stadium on the 19th of August 1961, and his first official goals came 11 days later when he scored twice in a 4-1 win over Sunderland at Roker Park. His strike partner Roger Hunt got the other 2 goals. Along with Ron Yeats, St. John was brought in to turn around Liverpool's luck as they had been stuck in the second division for 7 years, narrowly missing out on promotion in 6 of those seasons. The purchasers paid dividends as Liverpool comfortably won the second division title by 8 points over nearest challengers Leyton Orient. St. John played 40 times that season and scored 18 goals. They finished in a respectable 8th place in their first season back in the top flight, 1962-63, and also reached the FA Cup semi-finals. Liverpool then produced a surprise by winning the league championship in 1963-64, overturning a 17-point deficit to win the title by 4 points over Manchester United and 5 over reigning champions Everton. St. John played a major role in the title success by scoring 21 goals, which was his highest total in a season for the club. His most important goal for Liverpool came a year later, a diving header past Leeds goalkeeper Gary Sprake in extra time of the 1965 FA Cup final. This goal won the FA Cup for Liverpool, the first time in the club's history that it had won the trophy. Another league championship followed in the 1965-66 season, as Liverpool finished 6 points clear of Leeds. St. John chipped in with 10 goals from 41 outings. Liverpool also reached their first European final, as Borussia Dortmund beat them 2-1 in the 1966 European Cup Winners' Cup final at Hampden Park. Like the vast majority of Bill Shankly's first-grade team, St. John was at his peak during the mid-1960s. He continued to play regularly during the later 1960s, mainly playing in a deeper position. As he entered his 30s, his form and fitness began to dip, and he was eventually dropped from the team by Shankly. St. John was a reserve team player in 1970-71, and he left Liverpool on the 25th of August 1971. After playing 425 games and scoring 118 goals for the club, St. John played for South African club Hellenic during the middle of 1971. After his return to England in August 1971, he was transferred to Coventry City, after a short spell with Tranmere Rovers, then managed by Ron Yeats. H.